Hello, Phillypreneurs. This is David Spears at Phillypreneurs.com coming from Indy Hall. And I'm here today with my friend Mark. We're going to talk a little bit about his company out of Wynwood called Excellent Ads. And he can give us, start us off with his elevator pitch. Go ahead, Mark. Let's hear it.
Okay, well, Excellent Ads is an online video community for video makers that want to make branded content for our brand clients. So we have signed up companies like Bud Light and Nestle's and some Unilever brands, and we connect them with the content creators on our end. And we have a community that's growing, that's approaching 5,000 people, and that's what we do.
Awesome, awesome. So you're going for that user-generated content, maybe a little bit different?
Well, yeah, like I said, we're moving away from user-generated as I guess a terminology, because a lot of our people are semi-pros and pros, and a lot of them have their own small studios wherever they live. You know, whether it's in Oklahoma or if it's in Los Angeles or New York. There's a lot of independent filmmakers now with the tools of the trade becoming so inexpensive and the demand going up. I think that we're looking at ourselves as just another way for small video makers to add revenue to their business.
Great, that's awesome. That's really cool. So you guys, tell me a little bit about the history of Excellent Ads. Who started the company, and where's your office, and how long have you guys been in business?
Well, we've been in business for about 9 months or so. We started in the spring of last year, so I guess we could be coming up on a year here. I'm not sure. I came on in late June last year of '07, and what we were founded by a couple of guys from iMedia Connection, which is a marketing and brand network that throws a lot of conferences and things for marketing and brand people, advertising people, and those guys put a lot of their own money into this business, and we're looking at a next round of funding coming up here soon. We've been working on a lot of things in the back end, building a whole new site to replace the one we have now. We're pretty much rebuilding the entire thing from scratch, and yeah, it's been going really well. We've been really enjoying it.
That's awesome. And you guys are you're out of Wynwood, is that correct?
Yeah, we started off in Conshohocken, but none of us liked it out there, so we moved to Wynwood. We have a lot nicer space now, and we're within walking distance of the train station and a bunch of shops out here, so it's a lot nicer. Wynwood's a great place to be. That's
great, man. That's really great. So you tell me a little bit about what it's like starting up a company in Philadelphia, with the pros and cons. Do you like it? Is it hard? What are some of the hurdles that you have to get over?
Well, like Philadelphia is a really great place to be. It's a really up-and-coming community. There's so many great minds here and a lot of enthusiasm, and I think that kind of the underdog idea plays to our benefit, because it gives people a lot more motivation to make things happen. There's a really great community here. Like I see you're sitting there at Indy Hall, and of course that's one great focal point for community, for web design, coding, all that stuff. And I really think that there's that youthful exuberance going on here right now that's fantastic, and it's really, I feel like it's a cutting-edge city to be in right now.
That's awesome. Yeah. So can you talk a little bit about the not-so-nice stuff about working in Philadelphia? Is there anything that's kind of frustrating and makes it tougher for startups to get going here?
Sure. I mean, it's hard not to be around all the web superstars. You know that they're out in Silicon Valley in New York, and they're all getting drinks together every other weekend, and that's kind of I don't know. It makes you a little bit envious of that, because you know that those folks are a lot more immediately connected. But in this kind of environment, we're all Twitter friends, and we all watch each other's videos and read each other's blogs. So we're getting more and more connected as social media sort of takes off, and that's kind of exciting. Of course, there's nothing that can really replace that face-to-face contact with people and friendships that you make that way. But we're building our own scene, and that's cool, because we have a more independent view of the whole business landscape too, which is different. You get in Silicon Valley in New York, and there's quite an echo chamber in both those places. People are bouncing ideas around the same room, and it doesn't really get a lot of fresh insight. So I think that's an advantage for us.
Yeah, Philadelphia is like essentially they're the institutions, and we're kind of like the young startups, the outsiders right now, which is kind of cool to be in that position. But obviously being connected to those resources is a nice thing. So I definitely think we're well on our way there. I think it's, Philadelphia's been traditionally a city of, of firsts, of innovation, concerning Ben Franklin and how many firsts there are, which is on the blog. You can read all about that kind of stuff. But
I can add something to that too. Is that one of the advantages we have here is that it's a lot more inexpensive to run a business here. I mean, other than some annoying taxes that we have to add on to that, but I think that those guys have to pay that too in New York and LA and San Francisco. But the cool thing is, I mean, Philadelphia is a really inexpensive city. I mean, a lot of my friends here are artists, and that's why we live here. It's a really vibrant art scene and music scene, and it's affordable. It's affordable to live here. People are moving here from Brooklyn in droves, right? That's what they say.
For sure. For Fishtown specifically too, huh?
That's right.
By the way, I heard Kate Moss was at Johnny Brenda's the other night. I don't know if you heard that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pretty cool.
Watch me roll my eyes.
You're a married man, I know. So last question is, where do you guys get your inspiration in Excellent Ads? Where do you guys go as a startup to say, hey, we can do this, let's keep going, this is our dream?
Well, I think that a lot of that comes from some of the stuff that we see going on out in the marketplace right now. I mean, there's so many, so much attention going on in video alone, and then as soon as the advertisers and the marketers really get into that, I get really inspired by viral videos, both viral because they were randomly viral, but also because people are able to really foster viral videos, and it's kind of a weird thing, but it's true that people can really get their message out in these new and fascinating ways, and nobody really can understand it and really grasp it. But I think we get a lot of inspiration from that, seeing Ray-Ban making some quirky video and getting it seen a couple million times. It's like, wow, that's pretty awesome for a brand. And and then on top of that, we see a lot of this social media stuff that's super inspiring, especially in the next iteration of our site, which is going to have a lot more things built into it that are going to be very, very social media sharing, but also, more importantly, collaboration, which is another part of that, is being able to collaborate with people and find people who are in the same and have the same kind of creative ideas as you that might not live next door to you.
That's awesome. Thank you, Mark. I know you don't have a lot of time, but I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
For you, Dave, I've got all the time in the world.
Yeah. We'll definitely look more to hear from you. I'd love to hear more about sometime the ingredients of making a video go viral and how to do that. I think a lot of people have a misperception. It's just like turning on the button and hit the viral button, and all of a sudden you get 1 million hits, and it's definitely not like that. So, hey, man, thanks again, and we hope to see you again here on phillypreneurs.com.
All right, thanks a lot.